Hi friends, welcome to my channel Liang Ceramic Studio. I'm a ceramic artist based in the US. On this channel, I love to share my work process and studio life with you. In this video, with a mix of nerves and excitement, I finally fired the first kiln in my studio. The entire load is all cups. Since coming to the United States almost 10 years ago, I don't think I've made a single cup, and I've really made functional vessels. I had been so invested in making sculpture that I almost forgot what it feels like to create vessels. However, making cups and bowls was actually the very first thing I learned when I started ceramics. It is like the first bite of food one eats as a child. That flavor becomes defined. In the beginning, it was the sensation of throwing vessel on the wheels in the ceramic studio that captivated me and set me on this path. Now that the new studio is finally set up, and having not touched clay for nearly a year, I wanted to use the method I first learned to reacquaint myself with the clay and to get used to the rhythm of the studio once again. Here in the Northeast, winter takes up almost half the year, so a snowstorm isn't exactly a surprise to anyone around here. But still, stepping out this morning and seeing that pristine white landscape, I was deeply moved. I decided to really be present with this snow today, to take in its whiteness, the soft sounds, the cool pristiness, and that feeling of being completely wrapped up in it. I even got fully immersed in the showering. My mind went totally quiet. It was just a thick snow in front of me and the sound of the shovel. Honestly, how is that not a form of moving meditation? By the time I finished cleaning the path from the house to the studio, the kids were already out on the hills in the yard with their slides. The snow was pretty powdery today, so the sliding was a bit slow. But you know kids, they never nitpick or complain as long as they are playing. They are just enjoying the moment. In that way, they are definitely wiser than we are. Time to get to work. I've already sketched out all the cups I plan to make for this kiln load. I'm going to make a few of each shape. I've also calculated the dimension I need to throw, factoring the shrinkage of the porcelain clay. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what to expect with this fairy. It's mostly just an experiment. It's super cold today and the clay feels like ice, so I add some hot water to help with the throwing. I already weighed out the clay beforehand. Now I'm just going to dive into the throwing steps. First, centering the clay. Then opening the hole in the middle. And finally pulling up the wall. For this cup, I wanted to create a bit of natural distortion, so I'm using a tool I have right here to shape it. Then I just need to round out the rim a little bit since it's got warped. Finally, clean up the excess clay. Cut the bottom with wire, and just like that, the cup is done. Let the thrown pieces dry for a bit. Once they hit that little hard stage, it's time to attach the handles. That's also the time for trimming. My tungsten steel trimming tool works very well. Do you guys need one? I'm actually thinking about adding it to my shop. Once the handles are attached and the bottoms are trimmed, I like to give the cups one final touch-up. I pay special attention to the spots where the handles connect. It's best to press those seams a few extra times to make sure they don't crack later on. Next, just wait for them to dry completely. Our stove broke down today, so for now, we are just barely staying warm rely on this little space heater. We hope we can fix it in days. To make things easier, I usually bring a bucket of hot water to the studio in the morning. That pretty much covers all the water I need for the day. I've already finished the bisque fairing for all the cups. Now I'm just wiping them down with water to get them clean and ready for glazing. Before I start glazing, I need to mix the glaze very well. It's best to run it through a sieve once. That way, it will coat the cups much more evenly. I usually have a rough plan when I start glazing, but I still adjust my decoration approach based on the structure of each cup and the specific vibe it gives me. So in the end, a lot of the glazing process is just my intuition doing the work. My first batch of cups is finally out of the kiln. There was some good surprise and some bad surprise. But honestly, surprises are just part of the deal when you are firing. That is really part of the charm. So let's go through them one by one and take a look at the results. This pink one has some crawling issues. Actually, it's pretty bad. That's definitely the bad surprise I was talking about. But on the bright side, the texture and the color of the glaze are super nice. I will adjust it a bit and fire a few more test pieces to see what happens. The decoration on this cup looks exactly like a snowing lake scene here in the northeast winter. I just love it. Honestly, every cup really has its own unique personality. so I won't say too much about my own feelings. Which one is your favorite and why? Let me know down in the comments. I will also be picking a few pieces from this fairing to list in my shop, so please keep an eye out for shop updates.